At the heart of eastern Ukraine, the battle just took a dramatic turn. On February 8, near Toretsk in the Donetsk region, Ukrainian forces shot down a Russian Su-25 close air support aircraft. Using an Igla man-pads, the strike was precise, a devastating blow to Russia's aging air fleet. Moments later, a Russian Mi-8 helicopter raced in to rescue the pilot, only to be intercepted by Ukrainian FPV drone operators. The helicopter limped back for heavy repairs, leaving the Su-25 pilot abandoned in the chaos. As the conflict escalates, every loss deepens the uncertainty on the Eastern Front. Stay tuned. Ukrainian soldiers deploy anti-tank mines to destroy Russian bunkers. As one soldier hauls the heavy explosives, others lay down suppressive fire, pinning the enemy down and ensuring they can't retaliate. Russian bunkers, often housing 3 to 4 soldiers, are notoriously difficult to clear. To counter this, Ukrainian forces rely on high-powered explosives. Once the fuse is lit, every second counts. The soldiers sprint to their armored vehicle, knowing they have only moments to escape. As they drive away, all eyes are on the bunker, waiting for the inevitable blast. A Russian soldier, alerted by his FPV drone detector, quickly reacts to an incoming Ukrainian drone. Pulling off to the side of the road, he grabs his shotgun and prepares to intercept, his only chance to stop the threat before it reaches its target. A Russian soldier unknowingly exposes his position to a Ukrainian UAV, standing in the open with no cover. Seizing the opportunity, a Ukrainian FPV drone is launched to intercept him. However, as the drone speeds toward its target, the UAV operator spots an even more valuable prize, a Strela 10 air defense system concealed among the trees. This soldier's mistake just cost his side dearly. The Ukrainian FPV drone locks onto the Strela 10 air defense system and slams into its front hull. To ensure total destruction, another drone is deployed, delivering a final devastating blow, eliminating a critical Russian asset. Being an infantryman in the Ukraine-Russia war is unlike anything before. Every step, every movement, every decision is a gamble. The battlefield is no longer just rifles, artillery, and trenches. It's an open hunting ground for drones. A single drone, no bigger than a bird, can spot you, track you, and send your exact location to enemy artillery in seconds. Others carry explosives, silently hovering overhead, waiting for the right moment to strike. There's no warning, just a sudden impact, a deafening blast, and the chaos that follows. Cover is temporary. Trees, trenches, even buildings offer little protection. Thermal drones see through darkness, foliage, and even light cover. The sky is filled with the constant hum of reconnaissance UAVs, while FPV drones dive toward targets with terrifying precision. Even simple tasks, like moving between positions, resupplying, or evacuating the wounded, become high-risk operations. Infantrymen are forced to adapt, running in short bursts, constantly scanning the sky, seeking shelter at a moment's notice. Electronic warfare scrambles GPS and communications, leaving soldiers in isolation, unable to call for help. But the enemy isn't blind. Their drones aren't affected, and they exploit every weakness. In this war, infantrymen don't just fight an enemy they can see. They fight an enemy that watches from above, silent, relentless, and always hunting. The drone nightmare for armored vehicles in the Ukraine-Russia war. Tanks, armored personnel carriers, and infantry fighting vehicles, once the kings of the battlefield, are now prime targets in the age of drones. The Ukraine-Russia war has rewritten modern warfare, proving that even the most heavily armored vehicles are no match for cheap, expendable drones. FPV drones, guided with pinpoint accuracy, dive straight into tanks, targeting weak points like engine compartments, open hatches, and even the thin top armor. A single drone, costing a fraction of a tank, can disable or completely destroy a multi-million-dollar vehicle in seconds. Recon drones spot movement from miles away, feeding coordinates to artillery or gidding in kamikaze drones for a precise strike. Even air defense vehicles, designed to counter aerial threats, are being outmaneuvered and struck before they can react. Some crews abandon their vehicles entirely, knowing they can be hunted down long before they reach safety. Others attempt evasive maneuvers, driving erratically using smoke screens or taking cover under trees, but drones are relentless, striking in daylight, at night, and in all weather conditions. The battlefield is littered with burned-out wrecks, T-72s, Bradleys, Leopards, BTRs, all reduced to twisted metal by drones that cost a fraction of their value. The age of armored dominance is fading, and the war in Ukraine is proving that the greatest threat to tanks no longer comes from other tanks, but from the sky above. A Ukrainian ground drone retrieves a bomber drone after its successful mission of delivering ammunition to the front lines. This method ensures a safe recovery, preventing soldiers from exposing themselves to enemy fire. Another successful recovery mission, this time a downed Russian Mavic drone is secured using a claw attachment on a Ukrainian drone. This captured drone's memory card could hold valuable intelligence, offering insight into enemy movements and operations. The skies over Ukraine have become a battleground of their own, not just for surveillance, not just for airstrikes, but for drone-on-drone combat. Some of these encounters are intentional, others just a product of sheer numbers. Ukraine floods the battlefield with drones, forcing Russian operators to ram their own UAVs into the incoming threats, a desperate but necessary tactic. 2 decades ago, military strategists predicted that wars would be fought with sleek, high-tech autonomous drones, small, efficient armies controlling the battlefield from a distance. But Ukraine's war has shattered that theory. It has rewritten the rules of drone warfare. The future of war isn't just about who has the best drones, it's about who can afford to lose the most and still keep going.